if you do gig work or do any type of work in your car that allows you to make money, you're gonna want to watch this video, because I do gig work on the side. I work full time. But if anything were to happen to your vehicle, like, do you have money set aside to take care of that? Well, in my case, I had some set aside, not enough for the whole repairs. So I had to go out and find a way to try to figure something out. I think I found something. Now, my car is yet to be repaired. That's gonna happen coming Monday, but I thought I'd share this resource with you guys. That could be in a similar situation, whether you have to get your tires done, I don't know, body work. It depends what your area is, right? So I'm not even gonna do filler, right? I'm just gonna go straight to it. The first one is Sunbit, right? Sunbit, Sunbit. That one is partnered with a particular type of mechanic. So you'd have to search in your area. I'm gonna put everything down below in the description so you guys can do your own research. But if you have tire issues, wheel issues, I'm naming all this stuff because this is what I had on my vehicle. I'm always getting new tires. We just recently had wheel issues where I had to get those replaced or repaired, which I will never do. I'll get to that later. But what this essentially allows you to do, allows you to kind of defer the payments. So some of these, I think Sunbit requires you to put, I want to say 15-20% down. So the last time I used it was about 7 months ago when I had to get my wheels, what was it? My wheel bearings, or I forget what it was, but it had something to do with the wheels and the tires and the suspension system and all that. But it was a couple components, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And I know it was like $1,600, and I was able to take care of $800 of it, but the rest of it I had to put on on Sunbit. So I put $180 down, and then I think the rest, because it was $500 total that I put on there, and they covered the rest of it. So and then on another app, I think I used the Zip app. So that's another option if you do have any issues. Now Zip, the only thing with Zip is it's every 2 weeks, right? So it gives you 8 weeks to pay whatever the total is, and the longer that you use that app, the more leeway that they give you if you have to make if you have to borrow anything, right? Now, unlike Sunbit, which they require you to put down 20%, and then it's like, in my case, it was only like $26 a month for a year. So they split out the payments pretty long. But with Zip, if you're doing that, you're paying 25% down, and then every 2 weeks they're gonna debit you. Now, if you put more of a down payment on the app, they do, you get a higher limit than what you're allowed, right? So let's say in my case, if I don't have anything, right? If I don't have any payments on Zip, I think I can go as high right now as like $1,200. But if it was more than $1,200, I can borrow more if I put more money down. So I think they would ask for 30% down to give you a even higher limit, and then they stretch it to 10 weeks. So you put 30% then every 2 weeks they'll charge you 25% of the total that you borrowed. So the thing I like about Zip is it's one of my favorite buy now, pay later apps, where you're able to split everything, right? But you do have to be careful. You don't want to put too much on the account, right? Because let's say I bought 3 things in a row, today, tomorrow, and then the next day. Every 2 weeks, I'm gonna be debited that same amount, the same exact day that I purchased that. 2 weeks from then, you're gonna get charged for it. So you don't want to make a $300 purchase one day, then the next day a $200 purchase, then the next day a $300 purchase, because you're just gonna have back to back big payments just coming out of your account. Now, if you're prepared for it, then you should be fine. But it's very easy to get carried away. For this app, they don't charge you any interest. They used to around a year ago, but they don't charge you any more interest anymore. They used to charge you, so the interest was $4 per transaction. Now, if you went over $50, $60, it'd be $6 per transaction. And if you went over 100, they used to charge you $8 per transaction. So those $8, for example, would be two, and two. It'd be split up through the payments. So it's ultimately, it doesn't even feel like you're getting charged extra, but you are. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not really a lot compared to what these other lenders are charging for interest for borrowing money. So, and one of the main things that I love about the Zip app is that it's so flexible. Like, I can use it for a bunch of different places. If I wanted to go to the shoe store, I can buy stuff there. If I wanted to go to a clothing store, I could use that same app there. So if you're in the gig economy and you want to buy maybe another outfit or something, and it's over $100, because I wouldn't use it for anything less than like $60-$70. But I think the minimum that you have to put, or the minimum that is required to purchase to use to split in four, to unlock that split in four feature, you have to spend at least $35. So the item can't be less than $35. If it's $33, they won't let you borrow it. But if it's like $40, then they'll let you split that. And if it's $40, you'll come out to actually, no, they don't charge you anymore. The only time they charge you is if you're late. So if you're late on payments, they charge you like, I think it's like 50 cents a day or 70 cents a day. You'd have to log in yourself and see what it is in your area. It could vary state by state. But yeah. And for the last method to split payments, if you ever have any issues when it comes to gig work, when it comes to your car, it's called Snap Finance. That one's gonna be giving you the highest amount. At least that's what I've seen. Right now, I'm in the middle of leaving I put my 2 weeks at my job. I'm gonna be finding something else, and also at the same time, I have a car issue that I want to take care of. Crazy situation though. It's the worst time for it to happen, but I came across the Snap Finance app a couple months ago when I did repairs on my vehicle the first time. This one is semi-related to what happened last time, but it's a totally different part. But I came across this Snap Finance, and I didn't use it the first time because it was only like $200 that I was spending in that moment. But I made sure I saved that for future, right? So because they allowed me to have a credit limit of $2,600 for any vehicle repairs. So if I have to get anything done with suspension, anything goes wrong with any other components of the car, like I can do it with that. So all you do, you put the whatever the quote is of whatever the auto place quoted you. You're gonna put that in there, and then you're gonna request it. Because what it is, these stores that are on, or the mechanics that are on the platform, they're already partnered with Snap Finance, so they're already approved. So what happens is Snap Finance, when they get the quote, whatever it is, they'll front the money, and then you work with Snap Finance to pay that back. Now, I haven't read through the full terms, but from what I saw, I think it's like a year-long thing. So they're probably gonna split it every month. I'm about to find out on Monday, but today's a Saturday, so I'm about to find out in a couple days how it actually works. I'll probably make a part 2 of this video, but I just want to come on here to just talk about that, because there's a lot of things that come up that you might not be prepared for if you're doing gig work. Again, I do it part-time. I've done it full-time. I'm probably gonna do it again full-time in a second, for like maybe a month or so when I'm in between jobs. But just stuff like this is what's gonna help, because if, let's say worst case scenario, it's super slow, it's like, damn, like nothing's coming in, right? But you still have to take care of what it is. I don't recommend doing gig work full-time just because of that, because your vehicle is literally your lifeline. If something happens to it, you have to stop what you're doing. like for a couple days and get it fixed. Right now, before I leave my job, I'm making sure everything's good with my car, and have a couple things lined up. So that's the plan. That's the plan in my case. But luckily, I have these resources that I can use to my advantage. Again, it's Snap Finance, it's Zip, and Sumbit. Those are the 3 platforms. I'm gonna put them down below so you guys can check them out for yourself. I'm not even sure if they do a referral thing, but I'll try to see if they can. Hopefully we can get some, both you watching and me doing the video can benefit from it. Because there's a lot of programs that have referral programs, or a lot of companies that have referral programs that you can take advantage of. So I'm gonna try to put that down below. But again, Sunbit is the lowest one, money-wise. They give you up to, well, they give me, in my case, 500, and those are usually partnered with actual dealerships, like places that sell cars. They also have, I think Sunbit is also used at like dentist places, anything that has to do with your health. Certain doctor's offices, you can use Sunbit to maybe put a deposit down, anything like that. So that's another thing. If you do gig work, or if you work full time and maybe your benefits aren't really that great and you have to pay out of pocket, maybe Sunbit can help with that. And that'll allow you to split the payments of, maybe you have to go to an appointment that's like $400 or something like that. Like, you can pay that. Sunbit is partnered with a lot of big businesses, dealerships, hospitals, clinics, stuff like that. So that's Sunbit. The second one is Zip. That one I found is the most flexible. A lot of different merchants accept Zip. And I've also seen a lot of ads. When you go to the mall, you see, split in 4. When you go to a store, you see split in 4, and it's the same purple app. That one I'm also going to put down below so you guys can take advantage of that. But Zip is literally my favorite one. I use that the most out of all 3. And then the last one, which was Snap Finance, that one might be my favorite one because, as you guys know, in this video I told you guys that I'm getting work done on the car. So I'm fixing 2 wheel bearings, which is the dealership charged me, they wanted to charge me around $700 each wheel bearing, but now I'm bringing it to another place. The place I'm bringing it to is Midas, which I'm not really a fan of, but they were one of the closest ones to me. I didn't want to go way out of the way, and I wanted to go to like a well-known mechanic. And Midas is like a big auto company, or a big mechanic company. So I'm sure they'll do a good job. And they probably have like a 90-day guarantee or warranty or whatever. Because I know that if you go to a mom and pop place, this isn't every place, but there's always these rumors, or not rumors, but this is like a misconception that some people believe, sometimes I believe, that they'll fix what you went there for, but then they'll loosen up something else. And that might have happened once or twice, but a bunch of people have heard that over the years, and they just assume that is what it is. So, and then in my head, like, that's what I think too. Like, I think like some places kind of like, I don't know. You never know people's intentions. Because honestly, like, a mechanic makes money when you have an issue with your car, right? And they probably want to ensure that. But I'm not throwing out any accusations. I'm just saying what a lot of people think, and I'm saying it out loud. You bring your car to a place, and then some things start to be like, I literally got my car back today, right? Because I dropped it off yesterday. I got my car back, and I have a dent on my side from I had to do some I was trying to fix my wheel when I had that initial issue back in the summer, and I went to jack up my car, and what happened was, when I had a smaller jack, because there was an auto place like, I don't know, 700, 800 feet away from where I had my car broken down. So I just walked over. I bought one of those jacks that you put under the car, and but the thing was, it was a smaller one. They didn't have like the bigger ones that actual mechanics have. So, and that's the excuse I'm using. But so what happened was, this was like a smaller one than what I've used in the past, and my dumbass put it I know that you have to put it under the frame of the car, right? So I felt some metal underneath. Well, the problem was the metal that I put the thing under to jack it up, the metal was soft. So what happened was, it literally looks like I got hit on my side of my car. Because what happened was, when it pushed up the metal, it kind of warped the fender of the car. So now I have a big ass dent on my car that I've been driving around with for, I don't know, 5-6 months. And I just never got it fixed because I didn't feel like wasting money on it. I thought it was going to be like $2,000. I don't know. Weird stuff in my head. But when I brought it to Ford, they quoted me, I think it was like, I want to say it was like $800 to fix that, which was a lot less than I thought. So, you know, they got to get the part, the labor, the paint, or if they're taking it from a scrap with a vehicle of the same color, then they don't have to paint it. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it. But when I got the car back, I noticed now when I open my door, it didn't open all the way for starters, but now I hear like a loud creak sound, like the metal's like grinding on the metal. Because what happened is, my door, when I open it, it kind of rubs against the fender, so now it's just making a lot of noise, which is kind of like, it's whatever. But that's the thing, like you go in for work, and you know, you're expecting one thing, and then like there's something else wrong with the car. So that's a lot of people's biggest fear. But yeah, it's always better to be prepared, guys. Again, the 3 apps is Sunbit, Zip, or QuadPay as they used to be known. That's the purple one. And then Snap Finance. That's the 3rd one. And again, on all these apps, you do have to go on there and just put your zip code and see what mechanics are in your area. Because with each of them, except for Zip, but with Sunbit and Snap Finance, keep forgetting the name. I don't have notes right now. But with those 2, you do have to type in the mechanic, and then it'll do a search on what mechanics are partnered with those platforms. Sunbit, for me, only gave me like a $600 limit, and then Snap Finance gave me a $2,600 limit. So if you guys need bigger, like more work done on your vehicle, go with Snap Finance. They're probably going to give you a bigger credit limit. But that's it for you guys. That's it for the video. That's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to come on here before I had the work done on Monday to let you guys know there's resources out there if you ever have issues with your vehicle. I know doing gig work can be kind of scary sometimes, especially if that's your main source of income. So you either want to have a lot of money set aside, or you want to have resources like this to get you from point A to point B. No pun intended, but that was really corny. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.